Now, sir.
Okay. I welcome on behalf of Thinkers Club to our fourth year 116 webinar. The topic is the impact of Hinduism in Europe, Turkey and Japan. Mr. Engineer Ravi Kumar was working in 45 countries, representative India RSS, and he has got a lot of experience. Last time he has told regarding the Hinduism in universe, and today some parts was left, and simply he will narrate his experience, how the impact of Hinduism in Europe, Turkey and Japan. In India and in the world, most of the Hindus are staying in India, Nepal and Bangladesh. There was a time when the Gurukula Ashram was very famous in the world. At that time, no Oxford universities were there. But now there is less number of Gurukula Ashram, and other universities has developed a lot. But Mr. Engineer Ravi Kumar, he will narrate his experience, how the impact of Hinduism at Europe, Turkey and Japan. Now I will request Engineer Ravi Kumar, please narrate your experience.
Thank you very much. The 20th century, we saw so many books being written in different languages of the world. Everything that you wanted to know, the 5 W's, what happened, when it happened, where it happened, why it happened, how it happened, all these questions were answered in the books. Now then we come to 21st century. It is a century of social media. Google, YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter are throwing so much of information to us. So flooded with informations. Now, I just don't remember what exactly I spoke last week. So maybe something may be repeated. So you must excuse me for that. Now we start with Turkey. Recently, there was devastating earthquake 2 years back, February 2022. One of the worst earthquakes in the history of Turkey and Syria. So without waiting for any request from their country, India immediately sent plane loads of health material plus plane loads of trained people, trained dogs who can find out where the people are buried below the debris. Whenever earthquake takes place, the people who are below the debris should be rescued within 3 days. Otherwise, they will die of suffocation. So our people went there, nurses also went, sniffing dogs went, and within a matter of few days, we were able to rescue thousands of people. So once that rescue operation was over, our people were returning. At the airport, they saw thousands of Turkish men, women, and children receiving these people with the tears in their eyes, and they said that you have saved our family members. And as a gesture, they were asking that please, the tricolor flag that you are keeping on your chest, this in your uniform, please remove that and give it to us. We will worship this as a token of remembrance of gratitude for what India has done. Now, this is what Bharat makes a Vishwaguru. Now, in Turkey, in the year 1971, our Indian Prime Minister was Indira Gandhi, and the then Prime Minister of Turkey wrote a letter saying that we have banned your Bhagavad Gita. Now, Bhagavad Gita is not definitely a national book of the government of India. We are still a secular country. We never have given that status to Bhagavad Gita, which really it deserves. Unfortunately, so many people, you say there's a lot of corruption in India. Unless Bhagavad Gita is taught to people, irrespective of their religion, how can you fight corruption? But still, anyway, wrong decisions made by right people. So when Indira Gandhi got a letter from the Prime Minister of Turkey saying that we are banning your Bhagavad Gita, she was curious. Why Bhagavad Gita? We never told make Bhagavad Gita a national book, and now they are saying banning. So she asked the ambassadors to look into the matter. So ambassador found that the students in Turkey, Ankara University, were shouting slogans, Turkey tere tukde honge, inshallah, inshallah. And they were, when the police was sent to make them behave properly, they drove the police out of the campus. So they were so ferocious against the police. So finally, emergency was declared and military was sent to clear all these rowdy elements from the university. So the university was clamped down and they started searching the rooms of every student, which book they are reading and what enables them to make such slogans as Turkey tere tukde honge, inshallah, inshallah. So when they went into the details of it, they found books pertaining to Mao Zedong, books pertaining to Stalin and Lenin and Karl Marx. So they banned all these books. And they, along with that, they banned Bhagavad Gita also. Then our ambassador explained to them that if at all any book can save any country in every other country in the world, it is Bhagavad Gita. So after some time, discussion and finding it and talking to various leaders, scholars of Turkey, they removed the ban on Bhagavad Gita. At that time, there was one scholar called Mustafa Buland Esevit. He got interested in this Bhagavad Gita. What is this Bhagavad Gita? Everybody is talking of. So he started reading the German version of Bhagavad Gita. And then he translated that into Turkish language because there was no copy available in Turkish language. And eventually in 1974, he was elected as the Prime Minister of Turkey. So one Prime Minister in 1971 bans Bhagavad Gita. Another person translates Bhagavad Gita in 1974. He becomes Prime Minister. Then he was re-elected as Prime Minister in 77, in 78, in 99, etc. 4 times he was elected as Prime Minister. But all his terms were short-lived. He didn't complete 5 years terms in any of those. But anyway, totally he must have ruled for about 40 years of his, 40 months he must have been a Prime Minister in 4 terms. Then that is about Turkey. There are so many Gita classes going on in Turkey today. This is one way of overcoming our enemies. Send teachers who can speak in Sanskrit, send teachers who can explain Bhagavad Gita, send teachers who know Yogasan with this Sanskrit, Yoga and Gita. It's called Sanyogi. If you send Sanskrit, Yoga, Gita, it's called Sanyogi, you can win the world. Every country is having a lot of mental diseases. Disease can be answered only through Gita and Yoga. Then we come to Italy. In the year 1986, Benito Craxi was the Prime Minister of Italy. And he came to India. Generally, a Prime Minister goes to another country only at the invitation of the other country. The Prime Minister of India was, at that time, Rajiv Gandhi. So Rajiv Gandhi was surprised. I did not send any invitation for Benito Craxi, the Prime Minister of Italy, but still he is coming. He was anyway happy. Anybody coming from Italy, he will be very, very happy and easily will be received by PM. So Rajiv Gandhi asked him, now that you are coming to India, let me know what is your expectation from me. Maybe some defense talks, maybe some talks on business. But then Benito Craxi said, no, I'm coming on a personal mission. And I'm not coming to Delhi, I'm coming straight to Puttaparthi. Because my guru, my philosophical guru, Satya Saiba, is living there. And very soon, in 87, I'll be completing my term and I'll be going for the next elections. So I want the blessings of Swamiji, therefore I'm coming to India. So this is what the power, the philosophers and spiritual leaders of India can give a very strong message to the world. Lot of interference is going on. Barda ji, jara sabko silence mode mein dal dijiye.
Please, all are in keep in silence.
Then in 1999,
ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର voice silent କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ.
Yes.
in before 1999, South Africa was ruled for several uh, decades by white people. They used ruthless methods to suppress the black majority. Finally, they got freedom, and Nelson Mandela became the first president of the Republic of South Africa. In the year 1999, Nelson Mandela, in the year 1994, Nelson Mandela attended a conference organized by the Vishwa Hindu Parishad of South Africa. The conference theme was Unity in Diversity. When initially Nelson Mandela, the president, said, I will come for 20 minutes and then I will leave, I'll give my lecture and then I'll go away. But he stayed there for 2 hours. So people asked him that you're a busy person, how you are able to spare this much time? He said, we have a problem in our country. Majority of the people are black in race. Then there are a lot of Gujaratis and Uttar Pradesh Tamil people who are running small businesses, running shops, and they are spread all over South Africa. And because of them, people all over the country are getting goods, food items, vegetables, etc. They are also important. All the industries are managed by white people, and then majority of the labor community are Africans. Unless all three of them stay in this country, our country cannot progress. But people are asking, is it ever possible to have a country with so many colors? So you have given me the answer. Unity in diversity. अनेकता में एकता, ये हिंदू धर्म की विशेषता. So I will going to put this in my constitution and tell them that if it was possible thousands of years before, it is possible now. Then in the year 1999, Thabo Mbeki becomes the second black president of Republic of Singapore. So while addressing the students of their university, he said, the white, the black, and the brown Indians, all of us have to make this country great. And this is possible because look at the Vedas, the oldest book of humanity. In the Rig Veda, it is said, Sangat Shabdam, Samvadatam, Sambo Maransi Janatam, which means we can work together, we can think together, we can go in the same direction. If it was possible 10,000 years before, why it is not possible today? So let us remember Vedas and create a great South Africa. That was his message, Thabo Mbeki. Then we come to 2004, when Obama was the president of, Obama was standing for election in Chicago. At the time of election, some of these news media people, they asked very inconvenient questions. So at the time, one lady called Kathleen Falsani, she posed a question to Obama. Your name is Barack Hussein Obama. Your father is Hussein, a black Muslim, and your mother is a white Christian. What religion do you follow? He said, I follow Christianity. Although in his hand, he has got one badge in which he has got Hanumanji's small toy. So Hanumanji also, he likes it. He says, not that I'm practicing Hindu, but I like this as a good omen. I win elections because of Hanumanji's grace. Now he was asked, are you a Muslim? Are you a Christian? Because father is Muslim, mother is Christian. Then he said, I'm a practicing Christian. Now these people just want something from your mouth, the media people, and they'll put some inconvenient things into your mouth. Then he said, that means you are a Christian. That means you want to tell that those who do not believe in Christ will go to eternal hell. That is what Christianity says. Then Obama said very clearly, I don't think my God is that cruel to put a small boy from South India who has never visited a church or who never heard the name of Jesus Christ. He will not go to hell. So this way he showed himself that he believes in unity in diversity. And when he became the president of the White House, he came to White House as president of America. He inaugurated a Deepavali function in 2009 by lighting a lamp, which is not a Christian practice, but he did it. And his wife, Michelle Obama, during those 8 years of his presidency remaining in White House, she used to, during this Good Friday holidays, this is yesterday only, 2 days back, we had Good Friday. She would invite 10,000 people and teach them yogasan. She was an expert yoga master. And later on, President Obama, when he met Narendra Modi, and he observed that Narendra Modi during Navaratri does not eat. He observes the fasting, and still he is able to attend 10, 20 meetings a day and able to speak in English, in Hindi, in Gujarati, wherever on different subjects. How is it that he is able to keep his energy level? So he said, I meditate. Every day I meditate and therefore I get the energy. So since then, Obama has also started meditating, and now his new name is Om Bama because he's meditating on Om. That's how the cartoonists have called him. Then in the year 2005, when Jiabao, the Prime Minister of China, was to come to India, Bangalore. So he went to the Politburo, that is the highest governing council of Communist China, and there he told, I am going to Bharat. Let me tell you what Bharat is. And he recited this sloka, Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvina Vaditamastu Mahavid Vishavahe Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. He explained the meaning in Chinese language. This appeared in almost all the leading newspapers of China, that he is quoting from the Vedas, a peace mantra, because it ends with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And there is a word which says Mavid Vishavahe, which means we will not hate anyone. Later on, when our Prime Minister Manmohan Singh went to China, when Jiabao was talking to him in Sanskrit, then he asked him, how is it that you know so much of Sanskrit? Then he replied to our Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, saying that I learned Sanskrit in Beijing University. Beijing University, they are teaching Sanskrit for the last 100 years. And that is not the full story. The whole of China learns Sanskrit for nearly 2000 years through various Buddhist monks who have been going there. Fahian and later Wang Shuang, when they came to India, they took lot of Sanskrit books with them, sat there and they translated Sanskrit books into Chinese language. So they say that India, without sending a single soldier, has invaded China and conquered China mentally through Sanskrit. So that is the power of our Sanskrit language. Even today, by translating some of these Sanskrit books into Chinese language, we can create a great inroad into China, and Chinese will become our great bhaktas. The Vedas, the Puranas, and the Mahabharata and Ramayana are eternal source of inspiration to mankind. Only when these books are translated into other different languages, there can be peace in the world. Then in the year 2007, April, our president Abdul Kalam visited Greece. Greece has two phases. The ancient Greece, when Socrates was there, Plato was there, then Alexander the Great was born. At that time, a language was spoken called the ancient Greece. The modern people of Greece today, they do not know the ancient Greek language. But they know that our ancient Greek language is the mother of all the European languages. So one young patriotic man went to Germany to learn the ancient Greek language. So the German professor asked, why you want to learn this ancient Greek language? Because no way it will get you a better job. Then he said, I am not worried about job. I am a patriotic person. I want to know the truth. Because the ancient Greek language was the mother of all European languages, I want to learn Greek. Then he said, don't you want to learn the mother of Greek language? He said, is there a mother? Yes, the mother of Greece language or the Greek language is Sanskrit. So finally he learned both Sanskrit as well as Greek language. And therefore when our president Abdul Kalam went to Greece, he gave a welcome speech 20 minutes in Sanskrit language. That is the power of Sanskrit. Then we come to the year 2000, next we come to 2022. You saw that on Diwali day, Rishi Sunak, he gave a message to the entire world that this is a Deepavali day. I am celebrating it from, he was at that time Prime Minister. And he went to a Goshala run by ISKCON, and then he did Go Puja with his wife Akshada. So this is how our religion has Sanskrit and has impressed so many countries. We come to 2023. In the month of November, the Thai Prime Minister Shrestha Thavisin, he was speaking on world peace, and he said world peace can be established only through Hindu values of non-violence, ahimsa, truth, satyam, tolerance, and harmony, truth and harmony. So this is how Hinduism is catching up. Then we saw in the year 2023, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Papua New Guinea, where it was a late night, the plane arrived. Generally, the protocol is that if any Prime Minister arrives after sunset, the host country Prime Minister need not go to the airport. But breaking this protocol, James Marape, the Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, waited till Narendra Modi came, and as he got down to PNG, Papua New Guinea land, he bent down and touched his feet. Next day, so all the newspaper people will not spare him. You are a Christian. How you come and touch the feet of another Prime Minister? Is it not insulting and disgracing our country? And he said, remember one thing, he is coming from India. Anybody coming from India is like a teacher, like a guru for me. Remember that Bharat is Vishwaguru. Jai Shri Ram. I stopped here. I given you 10 different prime ministers, how they feel about our Indianness, India's culture, India's heritage. Now, if anybody wants to add something, tell something, I am ready to listen. You can add in this list the 22nd of January 2025, when Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi observed fasting for several days, visited all the Tirtha places, all the sacred places of India. Then on 22nd January 2025, he performed great puja at Ayodhya and reinstallation of the great temple at Ayodhya, Ram temples. So this is then latest example also I'll add. The president of Indonesia was invited on 26th of January 2025, and in that president, lot of marching takes place to a Republic Day march, and he told while talking to our people that all the people though we are the largest Muslim country in the world, we are proud that we have an Indian cultural impact. All our names are in Sanskrit language. Previously, we had a president called Sukarno. His father was a practicing Muslim, so every Friday he would read Quran, but Saturday to Thursday, the other 6 days of the week, he will read Ramayana and Mahabharata. In the Mahabharata, there are several characters. His father, Sukarno's father, he liked the character Karna very much. And therefore, he wanted to name his son as Karna. But Karna has got the other side is that he supported Adharma and he was supporting Duryodhana. He said, my son will be as courageous as Karna. He will be as kind-hearted as Karna, who was famous for Danashur. My son also will be great like him, but he will fight for a right cause. He will fight for Dharma. Therefore, he named it as Sukarna. That's how he became Sukarno. And then his daughter, Meghavati, she also become the president, and her name is Sukarno Putri Meghavati. Now Sukarno, another daughter, her name is Princess Sukarno Putri Sukhmavati, who in a few years before, along with 5,000 of her friends, changed from Islam to Hinduism. So this is how Hinduism has impacted various prime ministers and presidents of the world. Later on, I will tell you sometime later, how Hinduism has impacted various world leaders, not necessarily prime ministers and presidents, like say Steve Jobs, Kofi Annan, and Sunita Williams, how these world leaders look at Hinduism and how they were inspired. But that will be part of my next speech. Now, again, I stop here and people can ask questions and then we can have some discussions. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Good
Anybody?
evening, sir.
Give your
good evening,
introduction
sir.
and ask. Give your introduction first.
Okay, good evening, sir. I am Pratap Raut from Raigad, Chhattisgarh, working in Jindal Power. Sir, I am very much inspired with your depth in knowledge about the various impacted leaders of world cadre. And it is a matter of regret that Hinduism is just being taken in a very communal color in India by the political forces. And whenever Hinduism is being spoken, it is being taken as if it is somewhat of a different color because they claim to be secular. But so far, this perception is going on for more than 50, 60 years. Now there is a change after coming up of power of Narendra Modi ji in center. But my point is that why Sanskrit is not being compulsory in various universities because the union government is there. Now they made the new education policy. Why they are not enforcing that Sanskrit is a compulsory subject? Sanskrit should not be taken as you told. It belongs to a specific religion, or because Sanatan Dharma is most oldest religion when other forms of religions like Christianity and Islam never came. So why that thing is not being taken up by the government?
I want to ask one question. See, Narendra Modi inaugurated the temple at Ayodhya. You know how many people have struggled for it? How many people died for the cause? How many people are dying for Sanskrit? Is there any movement going on in Sanskrit? You want to make it? No politician will ever help you unless you strive hard. Just by making some slogans, you are not going to get anything in life. Unless you make the movement for Sanskrit, it will not come. Because at the end of every 5 years, every politician has to go to the voter and ask for vote, and they are not going to vote for him. In every city, the voting is less than 55%. The 45% people who don't vote are the people who ask questions today. You never vote for Narendra Modi, and you are asking all these questions, and he will lose. He has to also think of the country. He has also to think of how to win the elections next time. Unless a big movement is taking place on Sanskrit, he will not get elected. So who will commit suicide?
Sir, I do agree, sir. But thing is that
there's no question of what. This is the only answer. We don't vote. 45% of the educated people don't vote, so they should not ask question till it becomes 80%. No questions will be answered. The people who are voters, the 7 crore people, Rohingya Muslims, and the Bangladeshis are voting, and you are not voting. You means I am not voting. My friends are not voting. My relatives are not voting. So we don't deserve. A sleeping majority and a silent majority gives birth to ferocious terrorists. All the terrorists are born in India only because of the Hinduism. Hindus don't make a strong point in anything, any good or bad. Without that, you cannot have democracy surviving. We don't work for any political party. How many political party you have joined as a member? Have you joined as a member of any political party? We accuse all the politicians are corrupt. Why don't you become a politician?
I have joined.
If Narendra Modi thinks that politics is bad, then you won't get him as a prime minister. Next Prime Minister, Pratap Kumar should become. For that, you have to work in political party. I don't care which party you are. Educated
I have joined as
should
a
join
member of
political party.
Bharatiya Janata Party, sir.
Just
So after
joining the
retire,
party is
after
not enough.
retiring,
You have to become the president. You have to become top leader of the party. Then you can make all the changes that you are talking of. You should become
Sir,
the.
I agree with your statements. Thing is that when common people are failing,
Now
some
tell me,
enlightened
how
leaders
many of
like
your
you,
friends are
some
having?
enlightened leaders like you have to take the cause, sir.
Now one more thing. In
Sir.
another 20 years, economy of India will fall flatly. It's going to become very, very bad because Hindus are not producing 3 children or 4 children. Tell me how many families have given birth to 3 children because of your effort? Can you tell me that because of your campaign, so many Hindus have now giving birth to 3 children or 4 children? Unless that happens, there will be no economic India for another 50 years. India's economy will collapse. Germany has collapsed. Japan is collapsing. Same way, India will collapse because you don't have enough people. And every family is sending somebody to Canada, somebody to America, and somebody to Australia. Their economy will improve. Our economy will collapse because you don't have manpower.
That brain drain is required to be stopped, sir.
For that, individuals are responsible.
Because one small suggestions I shall put before you, because you are in a position where you can influence the government. Why they're not bringing a strong population policy where the government facilities like government jobs and government rations should be stopped to those people, those who have
I told you
children,
already that
more than two children.
you have not made a movement on all the issues that you are talking of. Unless you do a big movement, nothing is going to happen. Where is the movement? You are only asking people, where are you? You have to spearhead a big movement and make the prime minister to listen to you. Unless you do that, nothing is going to happen. Why don't
Sir,
you do? Why don't
one
you
point I have
always
to
want
bring to your
somebody else to do
notice.
it? We want people who are always vigilant. People who
I
are
do
vigilant
agree.
don't ask questions, they act. मतलब बरदा जी आप
Sir,
दूसरे लोग को भी ले लीजिए.
Okay, okay. Any
सर
other
मैं
question?
मैं
Anybody?
सहमत हूँ. एक ही
Any
पॉइंट
other
सर आपको
question?
मैं जस्ट बोलना चाहता हूँ. जब 30 इयर्स पहले जब उड़ीसा में पंचायत राज के बारे में बीजू पटनायक जी किए थे, वो एक लाए थे लॉ की, मतलब दोज हैव मोर देन 2 children दे कांट पार्टिसिपेट इन दी पंचायत इलेक्शंस. Why it is not being make a universal all over India so that those communities producing so much of children, 13 14, at least they would develop from political mainstream.
See, you have not done studies. You don't have any. You have not gone deep into the studies. If you produce only 2 children, India will economically collapse. There is no future for India with the 2 children. Unless you have 3 or 4 children, we should be thankful to the Muslims because they produce more children. Therefore, you have got the economy of India moving. But eventually, it will make a Akhanda Pakistan. If you want economy, you should have 3 children, 4 children. But if you want it to be Akhanda Hindustan, then you Hindus should produce more children. I don't care what the government is bringing legislative. The Muslims are never worried about the government legislative, but they produce children. You can also produce children. You have to produce children. There's no shortcut for that. Germany has told very clearly the fertility rate should be 2.1. And in India's case, where everybody is going foreign, it has to be 4.1. It has nothing to do with Islam or anybody. And government will also wake up to having 2 children. Hum do hamare do is a suicidal policy. I don't agree with that. Hum do hamare teen ya char is the only thing that will make any country forward economically. But
Okay.
for that, you must do a lot of education is required. You must read a lot of books. Then only you will come to my conclusion.
Okay, sir. Any other question?
Hello.
You give your
I-
introduction.
I am Dr. Nandan Das. Thank you very much, Arun Ravi Kumar. And your speech are very much encouraging. I, of course, leading this type of thing. And I'm fortunate enough that Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji he has written me, welcome Nandananan. Right, died the Prime Minister share of thoughts on the policy and issues. Since then, 2019, I am going on suggesting there are 12 number of latest government Prime Minister which is available through online. So I want actually, because whatever you are telling, I am an Ordilan thinker. My all the narrative narrations are based on these things, whatever you told, and practical based. So actually, I want your email and WhatsApp, whatever I am doing, writing on to Prime Minister, I can send this thing to you, so that your culture will, I think it will be helpful for you. Because whatever you are telling, I am now understand, and I know all these things. Today also I have written. Suppose one thing, you see, all the religions are there in our country, but particular some religions are there. They were particular date on which they get together in one place. Anything is coming up on the same day, it is from other side, it is transmitted to them, but not to the Hindus. So we have to united, we have to like that. Even if we try how the Sanatan will spread nicely, or it will have that united, how it will be united, what you told. They actually, that is a thing. And anyway, a lot of things I know you don't want to express how, because those are, I understand. And I can, I want that you email and phone number. What are you going to write to Prime Minister? I can send you. What I have written, I can also write to, so that it will be a better feedback for you. Thank you very much.
You can talk to Baradaji and take it.
Yes, yes, yes.
And let me tell you that as long as we are Kumbhakaran, we are all united.
Right, right.
So as Kumbhakarnas, whole of Sanatanis are united, and that is a good for the future of India.
At the same time, the Joy Chandras are there. Lot of Joy Chandras are there in our
Chandra, yeah. So that is another unity.
Yeah, I've written, I've also written, these are all different articles.
Correct. What you said is true.
Right.
When Kumbhakarnas and Jayachands are so many. Achha, thank you. Then anybody else?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
This is Malika from Mumbai. Ravi ji spoke about quite a few prime ministers and the impact which Hinduism and Sanskrit language had on them. There are, other than the prime ministers, there are many ambassadors and other leaders also who have been impacted by Hinduism. And there are many authors who have learned Sanskrit language and have written several books on. So in fact, there is an author called Jeffrey Armstrong. He's from Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada. He has been practicing the Vedas, and he says there is a Vedic renaissance now. For the last 50 years, he's been talking about the Vedas and about the Hindu culture, about the Hindu thing. And when Ayodhya Ram Mandir was built and inaugurated 1.5 years ago, almost last year, January 22nd, that time, several foreigners also rejoiced and took part in the celebrations. Many of you all know the Australian cricketer, David Warner. He created a picture of Lord Rama and Lakshmana walking, and he made it with the help of artificial intelligence, and he posted it on his own Facebook account and other platforms. So Hinduism has spread to several countries, and the language Sanskrit has had a lot of impact on the western side. Towards the eastern side, Tamil language has had a lot of impact, because these two are the most ancient languages of our country. So Sanskrit and Tamil language has had an impact in several countries. In fact, in South Korea, Japan, you'll find a lot of Tamil words in their day-to-day usage. And in Germany, school children are being taught Bhagavad Gita, and there are Sanskrit universities also being run by the Western countries. And of course, Hinduism can never die. Even if there are 100 Kumbhakarnas or 1,000 Kumbhakarnas, Hinduism will not die. Hinduism has survived a lot of because Hinduism does not follow colonial actions. We do not follow any hardcore measures. We do not follow battles. for suppressing others. We allow Hinduism to flourish in its own nature and by its own impacts. And I'm sure Hinduism will continue irrespective of the number of Hindus being born, because the other people are all taking up Hindu cultures and values and traditions. And that number is growing in the western side and on the eastern side also. All the countries are following Hinduism now. And Hinduism is the only medicine or solace for all the people who are suffering from depression, from mental illness, and for this thing, because yoga, as Raviji said, Sanyogi, Sanskrit, Yogasan, and Gita, they are the cure for all mental problems. Western countries, there are more than 40 to 60% people are suffering from mental illness and depression. And for them, yoga is the best medicine, and other dhyan, meditation. These are all going to continue and flourish in all the countries. I am positive about these aspects. Thank you.
Ambalda ji.
Anybody? Any comments, sir? Abhijit, can you give any comment on his opinion?
No, she has said only the more points on what I said. So it's very good. Maybe if she knows a lot of things, she said so many authors have written, then why don't you arrange one lecture by her? So we'll also know. I also know a few people other than prime ministers, but today I was speaking only about prime ministers and presidents. Next time I can speak on, I thought, no, Steve Jobs is not a prime minister, but he was a, like that there are many names, and maybe you can invite some other people also. I know Mallikaji speaks very nicely about India, Sanskrit and Tamil influence in Korean language, in Japanese language and all. She's a scholar in her own way. So you can also invite her for some of your future lectures. As far as saying
She's
that Hinduism will never go is a very, see, Hinduism was there in Afghanistan. It doesn't exist today. What happened? Same way, the whole Hindu land is shrinking and shrinking. Pakistan, there is no more in Bangladesh. So like that it is happening. One day Delhi will not be part of India. Still we'll say, oh, Hinduism is there. So you should also draw a line, not below this. Otherwise, we'll go on shrinking and then still say that it is fine, then it is not fine.
Can I,
Namaskar.
can I add something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ravi-
Actually, we say the Sanatan Devi is from the beginning of the universe, but there is not a single Hindu country in the world. Whereas some communities, which are very within the 2000 years, it is now covered all 57 countries of the world. The Bangladesh, in what we saw, that there is no shelter for the Hindus. So now you must know about us.
Correct.
नमस्कार
हाँ
सर्वेश्वर फ्रॉम कटक
हाँ जी बोले नमस्कार I know.
So a group of Nepalis, a large number of Nepalis are fighting and agitating for Hindu Rashtra in Nepal.
Correct.
But will they succeed, or we should support, or anything? What happened? We are in dark. Have you any idea, even any knowledge? Can you share with us?
I have no idea because I don't have context there. But you can see there was one famous film actress in Hindi. I don't remember her name. She's from Nepal. Can you understand? Can you tell me the name in Nepal?
Manisha Koirala.
Okay, Manisha Koirala. Her uncle was Prime Minister of Nepal. She comes from that ministerial background. So when Koirala died, the former Prime Minister of Nepal, so she attended his funeral. Generally, at the funeral, people will always say something good about the deceased person. But at that time, she said something. She said, during my uncle's time, we changed a Hindu Rashtra into secular country. This is a secular country. The number of people drinking, the number of people assaulting the women, and all this crime has increased a lot. What did Nepal gain by removing that Hindu Rashtra? Hindu Rashtra was a fine country, and now Nepal is going to dogs. I not really happy with what the decision taken by my uncle. She is saying this at the time of his funeral. Manisha Koirala is a famous lady, and she is taking such a bold step. That means lot of people in Nepal feel that Hindu Rashtra was better than secular Nepal. If that is the real feeling, one day they will win. Because the whole world wants secularism, but the real ground reality does it produce? Even in Western countries, has secularism helped them to behave as normal human beings? That is the question. The drug addiction is increasing so much in Australia, in New Zealand. So there is no anchor for the people because without religion. And they fought against religion because Christianity is a dogmatic religion. And therefore, they don't want dogmatic religion. Therefore, they are deserting the churches. But when the churches are purchased, when they are auctioned and purchased by Hindus and converted into Hindu deities, so many people in Australia and New Zealand, local people, are attending our Hindu temples because this is the only religion which is both scientifically correct and also psychologically correct. But we are not propagating it. If truth is not propagated, it cannot win. Satyam does not win by itself. It has to win by some force. The people standing behind it. Anyway, so we hope the Nepalis will struggle. The more they struggle, the more strong they will become.
Namaste. Good evening, sir. This is Binod. I'm calling from Rairampur. And I have a strong agree with Mr. Ravi Kumar, what he said. The Hindus are shrinking many places. But one of my experience, sir, when I was in Oman, and a person from the group of person from Iran, they have a frequent discussion about Hinduism with me. And they express what they are going in their country that time. Recently, I'm talking about 6 months, 8 months back. So they appreciate. Now the rest of the world, they appreciate our Hindu philosophy and the dignity and our cultures, and they now understand, the world now understand how Hindus are more progressive than any other nations. So I think you are correct that our people now this become a fashion. We need more population, Hindu population. Our marriage, we have to make our children understand that they should grow with equal numbers and to match with other religions to survive in the futures. That is absolutely correct, sir. What you make that part.
I will make only small difference. I have nothing to do with other religions. Simple mathematics says economy can be sustained only when you have 3 or 4 children. It has nothing to do with other religions.
Exactly.
In fact, today other religions are helping you because they are providing all. Whenever I call for Ola, some Ahmad is coming. Where are the Hindus? So without, if you drive away all the 7 crore Rohingyas, our economy will collapse.
Yeah, definitely.
So we need man force, but then short term it will be good, but later on there will be riots and riots and riots. In 1921, there was riots in Kerala called, Mopla Rebellion, and lakhs of Hindus were butchered. In 1947, you had Naukhali riots, and lakhs of Hindus were butchered. And now another going to happen in 2035, civil riots. You think that we will survive? Because at that time, at least there were kings, and the kings had Kshatriyas as their soldiers. Today, all the kings have been abolished. There are no Kshatriyas at all.
Yes.
Therefore, when the Kshatriya race is removed, the future appears to be very bleak.
Yes, absolutely correct.
Uma Shankarji, do you have any question?
Yes, sir, I have a question.
Please ask.
Sir, the Hindu philosophy or the Sanatan philosophy is appreciated almost in all corners of the world. But what it will help us, the India, I do not understand. Second thing I want to say, the religion should not be part of the administration of the country. Religion is a personal matter for to which the state should not interfere or support or even condemn. This is my view. What is your opinion on these things? To elaborate, APJ Kalam read Vedas and all this stuff. That does not mean he has accepted Hinduism. He continued with his religion. Obama also, he continued with Christianity. So by appreciation, that does not help us. We also appreciate Muslim law, Muslim religion. We also appreciate Christianity. Jesus Christ has told when he was crucified that please forgive these fellows what they are doing, they don't know. We appreciate this thing. In Muslim funeral ceremony, even a poor man is going, the big shots also put their shoulders to the coffin. These are all good things in that. So this does not help Hinduism to prosper or have any impact in our progress. This is my view. Please comment.
Okay. See, religion has got two parts. One is religion and dharma are two different things. Hinduism has got the dharmic values also, the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita. There no God is mentioned. This is only in Sanatan Dharma, not religion. Huh? Hinduism, if you say religion means religious practices means we have Upanayana ceremony, we have got this ceremony and that ceremony, Shraddha we do. These are all based on religion. I got somebody is phoning me. I don't know how to stop this.
You can stop this.
So, in Hinduism,
I think she's asking some question.
no, he's another friend. He's phoning. Okay. So, if you understand the difference between religion and dharma, then this you can understand it. That's why Dr. Abdul Kalam said every religion should be spiritualized, and that spirituality only India or Sanatan Dharma is the only billionaire in the world. Spiritualism does not exist in other Semitic religions, where they say my way or go to hell. Is not spiritualism. So spiritualism unites people, religion divides people. As you said, religion should not be their part of any government, but spiritualism has to be part of every government. So if you make that fine difference between spirituality and religion, there will be no confusion. The spirituality comes only from Sanatan Dharma.
Sir, do you think spiritualism and ethics are same or different?
Spiritualism, ethics, in many things, any places it is same, but not always. Because spiritualism says that the divinity within me is the same as the divinity within you, is not part of ethics. It is part of spiritualism. And unless you understand that the same divinity is within you and within me, you will not rise higher in ethics. Ethics will take you to some distance, afterward it will collapse.
Our spiritualism is also associated with some superstition.
No, spiritualism is not superstition. Religion is superstition. Hinduism may have a lot of superstition, but not spiritualism is my Atma is your Atma are same. We are sons of the same Atma, Paramatma, is spiritualism. But we will not go into the details of all those things because these are all very touchy sciences also. People become very emotional about religion and spirituality.
Sir, do you attach Sanskrit and yoga to religion, or they are something different?
See, a language is language. Whatever good in that, you take it. And if you start attaching religion to it, then it is up to you. Because the religion, the Sanskrit language has got lot of mantras, it has got lot of ceremonies, lot of pujas, plus it has got science into it. Vedic mathematics is there, Ayurveda is there, Dhanurveda is there. So many other physical things are also there in Sanskrit language. Almost everything is there. Look at Mahabharata. It has got A to Z of human life. So that is also there in Sanskrit only. Sanskrit is such a rich language, everything is there in it.
Raviji, last time you had told about the first lady visited space, and you were telling about some Hinduism with her.
Pardon?
Last time you had told that the first lady has visited space and she has returned recently.
Yeah.
And it is how linked with some Hinduism you are telling like that.
Yeah. That Sunita Pandya.
Ah.
I'll talk about her next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, are you attaching yoga with Hindu religion, Sanatana religion?
Now it's already 4 minutes past 9 o'clock. A lot of phone calls are coming for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, anybody can attach anything to anybody. It's up to you. Because these are all free. India, we are living in a free country. If you think it is yoga is religion, it is up to you. If you think it is beyond religion, then you are seeing a bigger picture. Religion is small part of Hinduism. What ritual you should do, I don't go to temple at all. Doesn't matter. Still I am a religion. I don't believe in God, still I can be a Hindu. That is the liberty that Hinduism gives. That is because spiritualism is a overriding factor. A man is a good or bad is not decided by what he is practicing in the temple and religious matters. Religion is personal matter. But ethics, moral values, and spiritualism should be made compulsory.
Thank you, Ravi Kumar.
We made compulsory.
Thank you, Ravi Kumar, because your mindset and mindset are actually telling, and I'll subsequently I'll refer you, and you'll get a lot of things from me. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. You have got engagement. Otherwise, you are busy for different works. Thanks for you have spared a lot of times out of your busy schedule. Okay, next time when you will be free, we'll have a good talk.
Whenever I'm talking, invite some of these people like Mallikaji who contribute positively. They have got a lot of knowledge and they will also add to it.
Okay,
This time I had invited, next time you directly invite her.
Okay, sir. You just, if possible, you can spare his mobile number.
I'll spare the numbers.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Some more numbers I will give you. They are also very good speakers in English. So you can have a variety of speakers.
We can have an interaction, sir.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Namaste ji. Namaste.
Namaskar. Barda bhai, namaskar.
Namaskar.
Namaskar to all. Thank you so much.
Next time there will be an important seminar on Manoj Das, the 4th death anniversary, and coming Sunday in association with Delhi Writers Group. So all will join next Sunday.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night. Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Very important topic we have discussed today.
You belongs to the place of president. You should introduce like that.
Sir?
Binod Babu, you belongs to the birthplace of President of India, Draupadi Murmu.
Yes.
You are his neighbor. You should introduce like that.
Thank you, sir.
But now Rairampur is very beautiful. Now, really, this place become most beautiful part.
You invite all members of Thinkers Club.
Pollution-free place and beautiful greenery and well developed right now. And most important, what I have noticed now, this inflation is coming down because everybody is so interested in agriculture. And our agriculture product here is very damn cheap right now. Everybody is producing. That is the most beautiful part.
Very good. Very good.
So you invite all our members to your going to be made hotels like that in forest areas.
You cannot believe, Jai, like all this tomato, all this available now, 10 rupees, 15 rupees kilos here now. Abundance.
Nothing is less than 80, 70 rupees in Raigad.
Here, everything is maximum is 30 rupees. 30 rupees is
Wow.
like something which is very high
Then-
valued.
You
But
can-
normally
you
it's
can-
at 15 to 20
You
rupees.
you can have more production, but don't reduce the rate.
Everybody has shown interest in agriculture because the government is giving subsidy on agriculture, and really everybody is doing that.
But don't
I have
reduce
a
promote-
neighbor who is living. He's having 2 acres and he's cultivating everything. Every day he's bringing means boras of these vegetables and give us free.
Sir,
Let
promote
him do
କରନ୍ତୁ
the-
ସେମାନେ ବାହାରକୁ ବିକ୍ରି କରିକି 2 ପଇସା ଭଲ କମାନ୍ତୁ।
Ah,
ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର ପଠାନ୍ତୁ
ବହୁତ
very cost.
beautiful ହେଇଗଲାଣି। ଏତେ
Let them be-
Jyoti, ତମେ streaming ଟା କାଟିଦିଅ ଜ୍ୟୋତି।
let them be
ଜ୍ୟୋତି ତମେ
financially
streaming ଟା
well off.
କାଟିଦିଅ।
Let them find, but not reduce the rate. ଭଲ ସେମିନାର ଟେ କଲେ ଆଜି ବର୍ଦ୍ଧା ହବ ଆଉ ମତେ ଦେଇଦେବେ ଟେ ଇମେଲ ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ପଟା ତାଙ୍କର କାହିଁକି
ନେକ୍ସଟ ଟାଇମ ଆପଣ ଜଏନ୍ କରିବେ ଆପଣ ମନୋଜ ଦାସଙ୍କର
ହଁ ଆସିବେ
ମନୋଜ
ନାଇଁ
ଦାସଙ୍କ ଉପରେ
actually ରବି କୁମାର ସାର୍ ଯୋଉ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ଟା ରେଜ କଲେ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ଟା ରେଜ କଲେ ଯେ ଆମର ଯୋଉ ପପୁଲେସନ ଇଜ ଶ୍ରିଙ୍କିଂ ଇଟ ଇଜ ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଟ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି କାହିଁକି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଯୋଉ ପିଲାମାନେ ସବୁ ହେଲାଣି ହାଇ ଫାଇ ହେଲାଣି ସେମାନେ ଆଉ ସେ ବାହା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁନାହାନ୍ତି
ନାଇଁ ନା
ଆଉ ପିଲା ତ ଦୂର କଥା
differentiated the religion, the spiritual, the
ବହୁତ
things.
କଥା ଅଛି ସେ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଜାଣିକି
Sir, there was a time
ବହୁତ
population
କଥା
explosion was a problem, and now with the shrinking of the population, now it is just going in a reverse way.
No,
But
actually,
still we are the
impact
second
will give
largest.
another 10 to 20 years, impact will come, definitely.
ନାଇଁ
The way it is going. But, koi avani, bartan jo situation and everybody has also other part in the world, they are showing interest in Hinduism. I have seen many part, they are turning back. Let
But
us see.
unfortunately, our Indian politicians, most of the, I don't want to name them, they think it is communal. Speaking about Hinduism is communal. It is most idiot thing is just they are doing.
they are all Jaitandra.
Okay,
No,
we'll
good
close
thing,
this.
good thing I have noticed that awareness has come up. ଲୋକଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ଗୋଟେ awareness ଆସିଗଲାଣି ସେମାନେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଜାଣିପାରିଲେଣି what is going on and to whom they should support and Mr. Modi's popularity is growing every day.
ଏତିକି ନୁହେଁ ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା କୋଉ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରିର କୋଉ ଆଡମିନିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସନରେ କଣ ଆଜି ପାଇଛନ୍ତି
Right.
କଣ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରି ଆମର ନେବରିଂ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରି କଣ ବେଗର୍ସ ପୋଭର୍ଟି କ୍ରାଇମ ଏଣ୍ଡ ଟେରୋରିଜିମ ତାଙ୍କର ଆଡମିନିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସନରେ ଆଉଟକମ୍ ଟା ଏଇଆ ଏମିତି ଲଟ୍ ଅଫ୍ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରି ଯାହା ସେମାନେ କେବେ ଗ୍ରୋ କରିପାରିବେ ନାହିଁ ସେମାନେ ବଡ ମାନେ ଭୟଙ୍କର ତାଙ୍କର ପରିସ୍ଥିତି ଭାବୁଥି ପାଇଁ ଗ୍ଲୋବାଲ ପିସ୍ ଆଣିପାରିବେ ରାଦର ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଆଡମିନିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସନ ଆମେ ଚାଲିଛେ ସେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଅଲ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ୍ସ ଆର୍ ଇନ୍ ଗୁଡ୍ ପୋଜିସନ ସମସ୍ତେ ଏଠି କି ରେସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ କାଷ୍ଟ ରିଲିଜନ ଯାହା ହେଲେ ବି ତେଣୁ ଏଇଗୁଡ଼ା ହଉଛି କଥା ଆମେ କୋଉ ଟାଇପର ଆଡମିନିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସନ ହେଲେ ୱାର୍ଲଡ ୱାଇଡ୍ ଏଟା ଗୋଟେ ହେଇପାରିବ ସନାତନ ଧର୍ମ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ ଦ ଥିଙ୍ଗ ସନାତନ ସର୍ବେ ଭବନ୍ତୁ ସୁଖିନ ବିଶ୍ୱ କୁଟୁମ୍ବତା ଏଇ ଦିଟା ଯୋଉ ସେଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସ ରହୁଛି ଏତେ ଏଣ୍ଟାୟାର ୱାର୍ଲଡଟାର ପିସ୍ ଆମେ ପାଣି ପାରୁଛି ତେଣୁ ଏଗୁଡାକୁ ଦେଖିବା ଦରକାର ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କମ୍ୟୁନିଟି ତାଙ୍କର ଏମିତି ଟାଇପର ତାଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ସେ ଅନ୍ୟ କମ୍ୟୁନିଟି ଗଲା ପରେ ତାଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ବି ଚାଲିଛି ଏମିତିକା ତେଣୁ ଏ ୱାର୍ଲଡଟାକୁ ନଷ୍ଟ ହେବା ଜଣ ସେଇ ଜିନିଷକୁ ଡିପଲି ଦେଖିବା ଦରକାର ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଅନେକଟା ରେଷ୍ଟ୍ରିକ୍ଟ କରିଯାଉଥିଲେ କନଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ଥିଲା କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା ରବି କୁମାରଙ୍କର ଏନିୱେ
ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ କରିବି ନେକ୍ସଟ ଟାଇମରେ ଗୋଟେ ଟପିକ ନିଅନ୍ତୁ ଆମର ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଏଗ୍ରିକଲଚର ଉପରେ କେମିତି ଡେଭଲପ ହଉଛି ତା ଉପରେ ଗୋଟେ ନିଅନ୍ତୁ କାହିଁକି ଆମର ଇକୋନୋମିକ ମଧ୍ୟ ଏଜ ୱେଲ ଏଜ ଗୋଟେ ଡେଭଲପ କରିବା ବହୁତ ଆବଶ୍ୟକ
ଯଦି ଏଗ୍ରିକଲଚର ମ୍ୟାଟର ହବ ମୁଁ ଡେଫିନେଟଲି ମୋର କଥା ସବୁ କହିବି ମୋର ଗ୍ରୀନ ଓଡିଶା ମୋର ରାଟି ରହୁଛି ଗ୍ରୀନ ଓଡିଶା ତେଣୁ ଏଇଟା ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ସେଥିରେ ରହିବି ଯଦିଓ ସବୁଗୁଡା ରହିପାରୁନି ମୁଁ କିନ୍ତୁ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ସେଥିରେ ରହିବି
ହଉ ସେଟା ବିନୋଦ ପଠେଇ ଓକେ ଗୁଡ ନାଇଟ୍
ଗୁଡ୍ ନାଇଟ୍ ସାର୍ ଗୁଡ୍ ନାଇଟ୍
Good night, sir.